I've covered these sort of things before on the channel. I've done a few videos in the past on various Bluetooth devices, transmitters and receivers, but I thought I'd take a look at this one because it was sent to me free of charge by Archeer, and this is the BT-03. It's just a wireless Bluetooth transmitter and receiver, aptX, low latency device with a claimed 13 hours battery life, which considering the size of it, I think this is like a fairly small thing, is pretty good. It's quite a good claim. So I'm just going to open this up and see what's inside the bag. See what they've actually sent through. Okay, so really small package. This retails for, well, they actually have on the site that it says the RRP is $70, but it's actually on the site as at a reduced, this is on their site, at a reduced price of $30. So there we go. As you can see, the Archeer BT-03 transmitter and receiver all in one. And let's just do a quick zoom in on these specs here. There we go. There's the specs. Sorry about this line coming down the middle of the screen. That's just caused by something covering one of the lights. So sorry about that. It's Bluetooth version 4.1 class 2. And well, it says transmitter working hours 13 hours and receiver working hours, interestingly, is less than the transmit working time. 250 milliamp hour rechargeable lithium ion battery and net weight 18 grams. Wow, it's tiny. Let's just move out a little bit and get into the box and just see what comes with it. So thank you to the guys at Archeer for sending this over. I do like playing with these things. I think they're great little devices. But I think they all perform pretty much, you know, the same function. They are all very similar in what they do. How well they do it, things like battery life, a few little functionality variances, such as, you know, some of them have SPDIF in, and whether they support aptX or not, you know, a few little differences like that. So there we go. There's the device. Let's just take the foam cover off there. And it's a nice looking device, actually, that. You know, a little bit of weight to it. Really nice. Just quite a nice finish there, isn't it? Yeah, let me just get in a little bit closer so you can... Nice, quite a nice finish there. I like these kind of concentric rings that they've got going around there, just in the rubber moulding. And there's the USB cover with the port cover on. Oddly, I suppose it looks tidy. I don't think usually these things are put on because you're going to be using it outside. Of course, it's essentially, you know, a dust cover or indeed something to make it a little bit splash proof. But it does make it look a bit, kind of keeps that tidy design. And 3.5mm headphone jack, standard switch to change it from transmit to receive, power on off there. And oddly, this on the front here, this is purely design. It doesn't, from what I can see anyway, it doesn't perform any function at all. It looks like it should. It looks like you should be able to press that to turn it on or perform some kind of function, but it looks like everything is round the sides there. So dead simple, probably a really simple board inside here. But let's see what else comes in the box. They provide it with the USB cable, micro USB cable there for charging. And I do like these really short 3.5mm cables. I do like them. They're really handy. Just for, you know, when if you've got kind of a Bluetooth speaker, you just want to hook it up, save a bit of power. You just want to hook it up manually on a cable. You can just use these tiny little cables. Really good, those. And of course, if you want to take it out of RCA, they provide you with the ability to do that by having a female 3.5mm socket and 2 RCA photo plugs there. So you can just take that into the back of, I don't know, just the RCA out on an amp, or sound card or something like that, whatever. And yeah, right. I'm ready to go. I've got the Bose speaker. I've had this thing for years actually. It's really handy because this one has the 3.5 in as well. And I'm going to connect this up to this and essentially use this as a receiver to start with and get my iPhone connected up to it. So firstly, let's just take a quick look at the instructions here. Oh, before I continue, I suppose I'd be remiss, seeing as this has actually been sent to me, I'd be remiss in not sort of mentioning some of its features. So you can store up to 8 connections on this, and you can connect to 2 things at once, which I think you can do that on quite a lot of them, but you know, it's certainly worth mentioning. Yeah, of course, aptX, low latency, is and can be a really big deal because you've got that kind of lossless Bluetooth connection, and also under 40 milliseconds latency, which is good. So let's just take a look at these. Yeah, this is just annoying, isn't it? This shadow. So how to use as a receiver says power it on and keep it within one meter away. If you can read that, it says 1 meter away from your smartphone. I thought it meant 1 meter, like that's the best it could do as a receiver. But no, it doesn't mean that at all. It just means while they're pairing. So I'm going to do that now. I'm going to make sure this is set to the receive mode and just turn it on. And we've got a little blue light flashing here. And this literally is just design. I thought maybe, at that point, I thought maybe there might be a light on there, but no. So there we go. We've got a red and blue flashing light. So I'm now going to get my my iPhone, which is going to look a bit weird on the screen because I'm using a tungsten light. I'm using a different light here, so it will look a little bit white, a bit sort of bluey coloured. Don't worry about that. And there we can see the BT-03 device. And that's fine. There we go. Connected straight up, no problems. So theoretically now, I can hook this up to the auxiliary in. My speaker, let me just zoom out a bit again. I can hook that up to the auxiliary on the speaker. Power that on. We do BBC Radio 1. Yeah, let's do Radio 1. Very briefly, of course. Perfect. Easy as that. How long did that take? About, what, a minute? A minute, and that's with me waffling on at the same time and explaining it all to you. So there we go. So that's my phone now, of course, connected via Bluetooth to this as a receiver, and this plugged via the 3.5mm cable that comes with it, the short 3.5mm cable, into my Bose speaker here. All right, so we want to do that in reverse, don't we? We want to do the kind of opposite of that. So what I'm going to do now is power this off, I guess. I'm going to have to guess what I'm doing here. Power this off. Nothing audible there. That's a bit disappointing. I thought there might be something audible when it turns off. So some kind of beeps that come through on this, so you can hear what it's doing. Let me just turn it on again. Did I turn it off? Maybe I didn't. Oh no, there is. Okay, I don't know if you heard that. It's very quiet. So I now want to do the opposite here and connect. Oh, what am I doing? Oh, I've got no headphones socket on my bloody phone. Fine. 1 second. I'm going to go and get my dongle. Right, there we are. Good. So there we are, Apple. There's the dongle. Making life awkward for everybody, as you do. Driving technology forward by making life awkward. We are apple.com. Or wherever they are. What am I doing here? Ah, yes, transmitter. So plugging this into here now. Switching it to transmit mode. Turning it on. Okay, so we've now got our flashing blue light here. You can just about see that. And I'm going to put this into pairing mode. So personally in there and put that into pairing. And it has picked something up, but I'm not sure whether it's connected back to my phone. Yeah, I think it's connected to my phone, so I'm going to have to disable Bluetooth, not wireless. Disable Bluetooth on my phone. And now is that going to connect? Is that even doing the right thing? How does it say use as a transmitter? Let me have a look here, hang on. Select transmit mode and keep power on your Bluetooth speaker. It will automatically pair. Okay, so it's not automatically pairing. Let me turn that off. Good, yeah. This is going well. Good, excellent. I'm pretty sure I'm probably doing something wrong here. Yep, good. It's going very well indeed. Ah, good. So yeah, just resetting that, just turning that back on and back off, and our device has connected to it. I think that probably would have worked better first time if I didn't have my phone on with Bluetooth on, and my phone's already kind of set to connect to this. It's already in its kind of Bluetooth profiles. So what are we doing now then? So transmitter, good. This should be playing. It says it. Does it say? Brilliant. No problems there. Hey, 8-bit guy.
Get-Go is the smart new trading app just about anyone can use.
Let's have a quick go at some video audio sync. Oh.
The Commodore VIC-20 was a big hit with consumers.
All right, we're not going to get the standard intro with the 8-bit guy where he'll stand there and he'll do an introduction. Fair enough. Anyway, that shows that this is fully working. No problems. It's a nice device. It's really small, looks really good, nice and simple. Really nothing to it. I mean, but there never is with these things. They are pretty much all the same. I guess I'm disappointed that this doesn't do anything. It really looks like it should. Why not make that the multifunction button? Why does it have to be this little thing at the side? I would say make that the multifunction button, put a little ring of light around there. To be honest, yeah, they'd probably say, well, then the battery time wouldn't be as good because we'd have more light, and that's fair enough, because if this does achieve 13 hours battery life, then that's pretty good. You can also charge it while using it, and that, to some people, is quite important. Being able to charge the device while it's actually on and being used. You can't do that with everything, but you can do it with most things, but you can do that with this. And transmit wise, I think it'll do to 4 devices, and in receive mode, it'll do to 8 devices. So there we go. That's the Archeer BT-03. Thanks again to the guys for sending me this. I'm not paid or told what to say in any way, shape or form. I always state that whenever I get approached by anyone for products. I always sort of say, look, if I'm going to say something about a product, it's going to be what I think about a product. It's not going to be what you tell me to say about a product. So yeah, check the links out in the description. I'll put links to this below if you are after a Bluetooth receiver or transmitter. Well, this looks like a reasonable choice.